my introduction to acting came from, again, sports, basketball, very strangely enough. I played basketball in college at Wheeling Jesuit University in West Virginia. And my coach got fired after my second year there. And so I went back to New York, and I just went to NYU, New York University, and I studied there. And I was actually studying sports marketing. I thought, this is where I'm going to go. It makes sense. I love sports. Maybe I'll work for an organization. I actually interned for the New York Knicks doing community relations, learned a lot there. And then one day, a buddy of mine, who's an amazing DJ, and he's was my neighbor, calls me out my window, which I love. That's what you do in New York. Calls me out my window, and he's like, there's this Nike event. Do you want to come? It's a dribbling competition, like a trick competition. Do you want to come and be a part of it? And I'm like, at the time I was playing in this tournament, and not even a good team. It was like a really bad tournament. And I was like, well, I got a game in this tournament. And he's like, well, they're giving away free sneakers. I was like, done, I'm there. And so I go to this event, and it ended up being a massive event, big Nike event, and Cipriani's in Times Square. And it was about 1,000 people in the stands, celebrity judges, rapper Fat Joe, NBA player Kenyon Martin, who was in the league at the time, Angie Martinez, all these people. I was like, oh, wow, this is a very serious thing. And so I had 30 seconds to do tricks in front of these judges in this crowd. And what I could always do, this one trick, I did some dribbling stuff because I could handle the ball. And then I did one trick, which was, I learned from watching the Harlem Globetrotters. I would spin a ball on my finger, put the ball on this pen, the ball would keep spinning, put the pen in my mouth. And the ball kept spinning. Crowd goes crazy. The judges throw up tens. I end up winning the competition. I get the sneakers. I get a check. I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. And then Nike says, we'd love for you to be part of this other event that we're going to do. And then eventually I ended up being able to be a part of Nike ads, Nike campaigns. And I did some commercials with Nike. So that became sort of my first time in front of the camera. Through the Nike commercials, eventually these agents started kind of popping up and going, hey, you want to do some other commercials? And I was like, all right, I'll try that. And, I'd put, do commercials without a basketball, which was a big deal. And then I kind of went through doing the typical New York shows, the Law and Order SVU and Rescue Me at the time. I did a few episodes on that. And then my sort of really big break was on a show on HBO called The Wire. And that was kind of like the first time I was like, I enjoyed acting, but on that show and on that set and through that experience, I became obsessed with it. When I become obsessed with something, I really, truly, I kind of have tunnel vision, and it's all I can see and think about. And so I went head first, really, focused in wanting to learn the craft and really understand the process and take it deeper. And I was able to get some other great roles. Leading to the next few after that was a massive film where I met Robert Zuckerman called Transformers.